Let's start in child's pose. So sitting, you can sit on your heels and widening the knees, and on the exhale, fold forward. You want to keep your hips towards the heels, but at the same time lengthening through your hands, your arms away from your body, but also keeping your hips pulling down towards the ground. And like here, for you to have a few breaths, you can maybe relax your hands onto the ground, release the lengthening, and have 2 breaths here, or 3, really tuning in with your mat, with the intention of your practice, with the Sankalpa. And I'd like you to inhale, come into your fingertips, and on the exhale, walk your hands to your right side and allow yourself to bow towards the ground. Breathe into the left side of your ribs. Allow that part to lengthening. Inhale, come up and walk to the center. And on the exhale, walk the hands to the left and allow yourself to bow towards the ground. Breathing into the right side of your ribs, allowing it to lengthen and expand. On the next inhale, walk your hands to the center and bow. And here on the next inhale, we're going to bring the hands closer to your ears, just on the side, and you're going to push yourself up. Take the toes and bring the knees closer together. Coming into a tabletop, so the knees are stuck to your hips and the wrists are stuck onto your shoulders. Here we're going to inhale and lengthening the right leg towards. On lengthening the leg, avoid to curve the spine, but keep the spine straight. You can point the toes, or you can bend the toes, giving a better length to your hamstrings. On the next inhale, we're going to bring the left arm up. And here, we're going to exhale, bringing knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, place the hand onto the mat, bend the knee, and step forward. You will come into an Vinyasa. Here, inhale, come all the way up. And allow yourself to sink forward. I will turn myself to this side. So allow the front of the left quads to lengthening, pulling the tailbone down. You will feel the lengthening on your first femoris, yeah? And exhale, bring the hands down, push the blades up, and placing the tabletop. We'll do the same to the other side. So inhale, lengthening the left leg and the right hand. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, step forward with the left foot. The foot will be between the hands. Inhale. Bring the arms all the way up into Vinyasa and sink in, tailbone down. So pull the hips. You can place the hands on your hip bones and bring them and tilt them up. So the hands are tilting up, but actually the sacrum is going down. Feeling the lengthening on the right quads. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the foot back Coming into a tabletop, tuck the toes, and go all the way to downward facing dog. This is our first downward facing dog. I would like you to walk on your downward facing dog. Keep your heels up, the shoulders away from your ears. Keep breathing. Keep pedaling, maybe moving the hips side to side. And here I'd like you to inhale, coming to plank. On the exhale, you're going to hover the knees on the mat, bending the knees, and pull your hips all the way towards your heels. Yeah? So your hips back into your heels. On the next exhale, pull up. You're going to see your feet much better onto your downward facing dog. And we're going to do this another 2 times. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hover the floor with the knees, over, and exhale, the next exhale, come all the way to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, bend the knees not touching the floor, the hips towards the heels, and next exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to inhale now. You're going to walk towards your hands into a half lift. And exhale into a forward fold. You can interlace the fingers behind your back and let them drop. Keep your knees bended. This is your first Uttanasana. Or as option, you also can embrace your elbows and let it drop. On the next inhale, press with your feet towards against the ground and come all the way up. Arms above the head. Exhale, Tadasana. Tadasana, close your eyes here for 1 breath. Connect to the intention, your intention for this practice. And perhaps it can be the intention for the day. And we're going to continue to a sun salutation. Hey, Surya Namaskar. Inhale. Bring the hands above the head. You can palms together or apart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Back straight. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat. We're going to walk back or step back. Stepping back into a plank. Plank, knees, chest, and chin. Into 8 limbs. Exhale. Inhale, swipe forward, bring the chest up and open to a cobra. Look forward. Tuck the toes. Coming into a tabletop, doing the same movement we did before, hips towards the knees and push all the way up to a downward facing dog. Staying here for 2 more breaths. On the next inhale, look up. You can walk or step forward into a half lift inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees if necessary. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands above the head. Exhale, hands to the side. Close your eyes. Have a breath. And we'll do it again. Inhale, hands above the head. Into Surya Namaskar. Hey, continue. Exhale, forward fold. Onto your legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step backwards towards the end of the mat into a Chaturanga or 8 limbs. Exhale. Inhale, scoot forward, coming into an upward facing dog or to a cobra. Exhale, take the toes, tabletop. Hips against closer to the heels, pull up into a downward facing dog. Staying here for 3 breaths. The shoulders away from the ears. The hips going towards the sky. Lengthening through the spine towards the sky. keeping the feet grounded. Inhale, look up. You can step or hop. And if you hop, bend the knees, come to the first position before downward facing dog, and hop forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, full. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms and hands above the head. Exhale, hands to the side. Surya Namaskar V. The fingers along the mat, coming into a chair pose. Bring the arms up above the head. You'll see the knees will be almost stuck with the ankles, but definitely not in front of my foot. If you need it, open the legs slightly apart. I will have a better range to sink into your chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale, jump or step back into plank. Plank, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, swipe forward, upward facing dog. Inhale, roll over the toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthening the right foot towards, so three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, cover the spine. Create a dome shape, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, step forward into a high lunge. Drop, pivot to the back foot. Put the heel on the ground. Inhale, coming to your warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, lengthening here. Exhale, humble warrior. Forward fold towards the ground. The crown is trying to reach the ground. And you drop your hands over. Inhale, squeeze the quads, come all the way up. Release the hands, warrior one. Exhale, come all the way down. Pivot the foot, coming into your toes, and step back, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, swipe forward, coming into an upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. You can bend the knees over the floor, and exhale, coming into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthening the left leg towards the sky. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Keep the back straight. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, step forward. The foot goes between the hands. Inhale, come all the way up. Pivot the foot into your warrior one. The outer side of your back foot pressing into the ground. At the same time, allowing that spiral to happen on your back leg. So your hips also come straight to the front of the mat. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the mat. Inhale, lengthening the spine, tailbone in and down. Forward fold, the head towards the mat. Allow the arms to drop. Inhale, release the hands, come all the way up to your warrior one. Exhale, place the hands in each side of your foot, front foot, and step back. You go into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, go all the way forward, swipe forward, open the chest into upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, bend the knees, come all the way up into your downward facing dog, staying there for 3 breaths. Bring the hips towards the sky. The feet will be hip distance apart. The shoulders away from your ears. Lengthening through the spine. Inhale, look up. You can walk or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Swipe the fingers along the mat. Come all the way to your chair pose. Sinking in. Elbow down. And inhale. Coming up. Exhale. Bring the arms to the sides. Savasana. Have a breath here. Bring the intention of the practice into your heart and into your mind. Inhale, bend the knees, come all the way to a chair. Here on chair, we're going to lift the heels off the ground, stay in your toes, and bring the hands towards the back of your body. And bring the losing my breath, huh? And bringing the ribs closer to your hamstrings, closer to your thighs. Stay here lengthening forward. Exhale, forward, fold the heels onto the ground. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or jump back. If you need to jump back, place your hands on the front, slightly further away from your feet. Bring the weight onto your arms and step back. Coming into plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, shift the body forward, opening the chest into an upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. Coming into your tabletop. Bend the knees, hands stretch, lengthening into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot towards the sky, a three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose and step forward between your hands. Pivot the back foot, bring the heel towards the ground. Check if his heel align with the heel. Inhale, come all the way up into your warrior one. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, come all the way up into your warrior one. And here, we're going to bring the arms down. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Shift the weight onto your front leg and move onto your standing with one leg balance. Bring the knee up as much as possible. Here, you can lengthening the foot or lift it or let it bend it. If you lift the foot, straighten the leg and hold the pose for one more breath. Bend the leg on the exhale, open, 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 and land onto your warrior two. Warrior two, inhale, lengthening, bringing the arms up. Exhale, half reverse warrior, opening the chest, opening towards the sky. And exhale. Come into your warrior two. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, coming into your side angle stretch. So your right elbow comes onto the top of your thigh and the left arm above your ear. And here you got options. Stay here for 2 breaths or come all the way down. And here we're going to inhale, coming into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands and coming into your plank. Do the same on the other side. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, bend the knees, and lengthening the legs to a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose and step forwards. Pivot the back foot, let it drop into the heel onto the ground. Inhale, coming into a warrior one. Exhale, hold the hands behind your back. It's tough for your humble warrior. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squeeze your thighs. Coming into a warrior one, release the hands. Exhale, bring the hands down. On the next inhale, we're going to shift the weights to the front leg. Shift, 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 coming into standing with one leg. A balancing pose. Bring the knee closer to the chest as much as you can. On the next inhale, you can lengthening that foot. You can place the hands onto your hips, or you can leave it there. On the next inhale, we're going to open the leg and step back into the warrior two, lengthening through the hands, the energizing through the fingertips. Look over the left hand. Inhale, come all the way up, hands above the head. Exhale, lean towards the back leg, opening the chest, creating space on the side rib. So then you on the next exhale, you can go onto your side angle, stretch, extended side angle, or to the hands all the way to the ground. If you can't reach the ground, maybe use a block or a book, anything that gives you some height. And here, we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, coming to a warrior two. Squeeze the thighs, the inner thighs, and cartwheel the hands into a plank, stepping backwards on the exhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, hover the knees, and lengthening the legs into a downward facing dog. Staying there for 2 more breaths. On the next exhale, bend the knees, look forward and hop. Inhale, lengthening, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swipe the fingers along the mat. Come into your chair in toes, but the arms stay behind your back, shooting outwards like a bird prepared to fly. And exhale, release. Come all the way up, the hands above the head. And exhale, arms to the side. Have a breath, stabilize the breathing, the body and the mind. On the next inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat, step or hop to the back of the mat. Into plank, exhale, in plank or one-legged plank or two. And Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale, sweep forwards, inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, over the knees, and lengthening the legs into a downward facing dog. On the next inhale, coming into your knees towards the ground, into your tabletop. And from there, coming into a child's pose for the breath. Inhale, lift, look up, and here you can come into your puppy or into your dolphin, as long as you feel comfortable. Your puppy, you would just let yourself coming into your elbows, and then if you need a block or books under the elbows, that's also available here, and let yourself fold into a puppy. So It's almost like a child's pose without your sitting bones being into your heels. Or you can come onto your dolphin. If you do the dolphin, the elbows will be stuck with your shoulders. You can interlace the hands here or put one on top of the other. And touch your toes and come all the way into your dolphin. The heels can be off the ground, the mat. Now you can walk forwards to come deeper onto your dolphin. And here you can play one leg up. Get prepared for stance. If you're by the wall, you can practice your stance there. Or if you wish, you can just be in a puppy's pose, surrendering. If you want to get the puppy pose a little bit more challenging, you could always put a block under each arm, so the deepness to reach the ground will be greater. Stay there for one more breath. On the next inhale, you're going to look up, coming into your tabletop. So if you are in dolphin, bring the knees towards the ground and press the hands onto the mat into a tabletop. Here we're going to tuck the toes and we're going to shift the weight so the hips come onto the heels, and we're going to shift the weight, keep the onto tuck toes, allow the arch of the foot to lengthening, opening the feet slightly, and allow yourself to drop. So your armpits on top of your knees. You can go into prayer here, lengthening through the spine. The tailbone goes down into a modified squat, really pulling up. All the body's pulling up, your feet up, the heels are pulling up, everything pulling up. Your armpits really fitting in onto your knees. And from here, we're going to place the hands onto the mat and forward fold, exhale. We're going to walk the hands towards the front of the mat into a downward facing dog, bringing the feet slightly closer together, hip distance apart. On the next inhale, you're going to lift the right leg up towards the sky and knee to nose, step forward into a high lunge without pivoting the foot towards the ground. Staying with tucked toes into a high lunge. Inhale, come all the way up. Inhale, the right hand is going to grab the left wrist. On the next exhale, you're going to bend sideways, opening the left side of the ribs and the upper body, your arms. Inhale, release. Exhale, twist. Place the hands into prayer and place the left elbow on the outer side of your right knee. Coming into a high lunge, twist with a prayer, hands. Inhale, come all the way to the side, pivot the back foot. Come all the way. Give a little rest to the right leg. Coming into a side lunge. Inhale, come all the way to the other side, coming into lunge. Inhale, coming all the way up. Bring the hands above the sky. And exhale. Place the left hand on the inner side of the right foot. Twist once more. Inhale, a gentle twist. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, another twist, but bring the hands slightly apart from your right foot. Here, we're going to come, lift the left foot and come all the way to the front. Place the hand closer to your body and grab here. Your seat bones are onto your heels, really pulling up with the tucked toes or the bended leg. Look forward. Yeah. Come, place the hands in front of you, swipe the foot back, and come onto your downward facing dog. In your downward facing dog, you're going to lift the right leg up once more, bend the knees, stack the hips up, open the hips now, and step forward onto Vinyasa. Bring the left knee down towards the ground. Inhale, arms up, and bring into your interlace the fingers, and the index finger stays pointing up, and all the way up here. Place the planter of the foot onto the mat. And exhale, back bend. Inhale here, exhale, place the hands onto the mat and come into a half split. Flex the foot, flex the toes. Allow yourself to feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Here, you're going to inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Use your core to lift your leg and your psoas. Inhale and press down. On the next inhale, come into Vinyasa. Place the hands on each side of the foot, of the front foot. Walk that foot on the outer side of your hand, coming into your lizard. You can stay here. You can move the back foot towards the back of the mat more. And exhale. Come all the way down into your lizard, or you can stay just here. It's up to you. Just sink the hips towards the ground, allowing that to open. You also can bring the right leg further away from your, if you feel a pinch on your psoas here, open the leg to the side. One more breath here. Inhale, tuck the toes on the left leg. Come onto your hands and step. Lift the knee of the left knee off the ground and step into your downward facing dog. So inhale here, lengthening the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Step forward between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale here, sink. Keep the back leg engaged and straight. Tailbone in. So place the hands onto your hips and tail the bone. You can bend the knee here to tail the bone and then lengthening the leg after. So here we're going to inhale. Grab the right hand, the right wrist with your left hand, and exhale, fold towards the left side, opening the right side of your body. Inhale, come all the way to release the hands into your high lunge. Exhale, hands into prayer, twist, and bring the knee, the elbow, onto the outer side of the knee. So the right elbow is on the outer side of the left knee. Look up. Inhale. Oops. Don't lose your balance like I did. Inhale. Coming to a high lunge. Give it the foot. And let's give the rest to the to the left leg by having a side lunge here, lengthening the hamstrings on the side. Inhale, shift. Coming into a high lunge. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, twist. Bring the right arm, hands on the inner side of the right foot, or the left foot, as much as possible. Inhale, cartwheel the hand, come all the way to lunge. Exhale, place the hand further away from the inner side of the left foot. Here, shift the body, the weight of the body to your hands, and have to come a little bit backwards. And bring the right leg towards the front of the body. And hold with your foot, with the toes onto your, the index and the middle finger into your toes. Keep lengthening through the spine, set the spine straight. Tuck the belly in. Come into your toes on the bended leg. Place the foot down and come all the way to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Or you can give a rest for another 4 breaths into your child's pose. Staying there for another 2 breaths. Inhale 1. Exhale 2. If you're in a child's pose, coming to a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, you're going to exhale, hoover, 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 walk the hands backward and coming into your Malasana with the toes up. Here, we're going to place the elbows onto our knees. Place the hands just in front. And we're going to start to shift, so lengthening up, up. Start to shift the body towards the front of the mat, into your Bakasana. Oh. Start to shift the body forwards, lengthening. Place the hands. If you don't feel comfortable, just stay here and work your way through and come all the way to your Bakasana. One more breath. Stay here and come all the way down. Come, place the knees onto the ground. Inhale, bring the heels together. Inhale, come all the way up. Inhale, hands above the head to Vajrasana. And here we're going to lean backwards. Use your abdominals, come forward. Inhale, lean back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean. Inhale, come forward. One more. Inhale. And exhale, come forward. Proceeding to our camel, place the hands on the lower back. Hold and exhale, lengthening. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Lengthening the front of the chest. Exhale, drop. Or you can go to place your hands onto your heels. By cartwheeling your hands and come onto your camel. Camel, coming all the way up. Tucking the toes, coming to the Vajrasana. Inhale, bring the arms above the head. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. If you can, come into a prayer pose. Please do so. You also can embrace the elbows and try to walk the hands as much. If you can go into the prayer, then make your prayer pose. Stay here for one more breath, lengthening through the spine. You can also lift if it's too much for your toes, and untuck the toes and sit on your heels. If you feel a pinch or pressure on the toes joints, do please sit on your heels with feet extended. Gently release the hands. Sit, shift the legs to the side, sit onto your side and lengthening the legs in front of you. Bending the knees, inhale, coming into your Savasana, into the boat's pose. I normally shift, remove the flesh out so I can get a better balance point. And here, engage your abdominals, lift the legs up, and here you can stay with your knees bended or extend the legs up, or extend the legs towards, away from you. And go slowly, 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 all the way down. Slow inhale here, exhale, inhale, slowly, slowly, all the way down into a supine. Here we're going to proceed to the bridge. So bend the knees, inhale. Place the hands onto the side. Exhale. The heels as close as possible from your sit bones. And inhale, come all the way up into a bridge. Keep the ribs in, so don't allow the ribs to flare out. And exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, come up. You can stay in bridge. You can lift one leg and then the other one, so do leg lifts. Or you could go to Urdhva Dhanurasana. So placing the fingertips, pointing into your shoulders, the heels close to the hips as much as you can, and come onto the crown of the head, lift and lift all the way up into a Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhale, take the head, and the rest all the way to the ground. If you're in bridge, release, come all the way down to the ground. Here, you're going to inhale and exhale, bring the knees close to the chest and hug your knees. You can bring the forehead closer to the knees. Down. Rocking side to side. On the next inhale, we're going to bring both feet onto the ground. We're going to lift the right leg. We're going to place the ankle slightly under the knee joint on the left leg. So it's the modified pigeon, supine pigeon. And here, we're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to lift. We're going to inhale, lift the left leg off the ground and interlace behind your thigh or on the front of the knee. And on the next exhale, we're going to placing the elbow against your right inner thigh. And exhale, bring the knee closer to the chest. Inhale, release. Bring both feet towards the mat. Inhale, lift the left leg. Do the same on the other side. Place the ankle just under the knee joint on the right knee. Inhale, lift the foot interlace, exhale. Bring that knee closer to the chest. The left elbow is now onto my left inner thigh, pulling the inner thigh away from me, while the left leg is going towards the chest. And inhale, release. Bring both feet planted onto the ground. Extend both arms to the side. Inhale, lift the hips off the ground and shift the body slightly to the left. And on the next inhale, lift the legs off the ground. Exhale, twist. Bring both knees and both legs to your right side, looking over the left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale, bring the head straight. Exhale, inhale, bring both legs to the center. Keep the knees bended. Exhale, place both feet onto the ground. Inhale, lift the hips off the ground. Shift them to the right side now, so you can do the other side. Inhale. Displace the feet off the ground, so lift the feet. And exhale, drop both knees onto the left side. Inhale here, exhale. Look over the right hand. So the right ear is closer to the ground. Having a gentle twist. Inhale, bring the knees to the center. Place the foot onto the ground and shift the hips to the center of your body. And here, we're going to allow yourself to lengthening the feet all the way down into supine. You're going to place the hands onto your belly. We're going to do one more pose, kind of a gentle inversion. So you're going to inhale, bend the knees, bring the knees closer to your chest as much as possible, and extend the legs towards the sky. You can with the thumbs. Stay here, it's like inverted Paschimottanasana. Stay here more, 2 more breaths. Allow the circulation, the blood, the energy to flow out of the feet, through your legs. A nice rest here. To pose, a nice rest and pose to activate your parasympathetic system. Inhale here, maybe exhale, go a little bit deeper, keep the tailbone towards the ground. Exhale, bend the knees. Extend the legs or walk the legs towards the end of the mat. Place the hands on the side of your body. Dropping the feet to each side of the mat. Coming into your Savasana. Activating your tamas. So we can balance the rajas from the practice and get into sattva. Rajas in practice will be the movement, the excitement, not the excitement, and quietness, because moving from pose to pose. And when we stop in practices into child's pose and shavasana, is to bring that tamas, the inertia, the quietness. And the balance between both will be the sattva, the balanced life, the balanced state. Mm. Bring into yourself this state of relaxation, bringing into your memory as a place where you can return every day at any time. Inhale, bring some movement into your hands, into your arms, to your elbows, to your feet, into your head. Removing side to side. Exhale. Inhale, lengthening the arms above the head. A nice stretch here, maybe start the left side. On the next exhale, bend the knees. Let yourself drop the knees to one side, bringing the body coming into the sides of coming into your side of your body. So, placing one arm under your head, supporting yourself there. The other arm will be just in front of your chest, with the palm facing down to the front. On the next inhale, lengthening the left or right, depends which side you are. Put yourself all the way up into seat. Inhale, come all the way up with the arms above the head. Namaste.